Hello, hello, and welcome to another little video. I'm going to make a weekly video on a Monday just with a few cards to read. So I'm going to read some cards in a moment just about the energy of of what's happening. But for some of you, for those of you who have been manifesting with this new moon that we had just over a week ago, I want to tell you what to do now, because we're in the next phase. We're in the third phase, which is called the first quarter. So right now, when you see the moon in the sky, it's like a half moon, which means it's the first quarter and it's halfway between now and the full moon. And this actually forms quite a hard angle, and a hard angle in astrology can be a little challenging. So right now, and for the next 3.5 days, this second phase is going to bring up challenges, possibly in the big wish, maybe, or your intentions that you set. It might throw up some confidence issues. It might throw up a lack of commitment in what it is you're doing. If you've got doubts, they're going to come up now. Okay, so this is what to do. If you tune into your big wish now, if you haven't already done that, if you haven't already listened to the meditation which I made on Facebook and on YouTube, go back and listen to that now. I'll put the link in the description when I'm finished talking to make it easy, just so that you can listen to that first, because there's such a power this month, because we're in the middle of two eclipses. So we've had the new moon eclipse, which was a solar eclipse, and on the 15th and 16th, 15th if you're in most parts of America, 16th for the eastern coast and the rest of the world. So that's the date of the full moon, which is a lunar eclipse. And Irish UK time, that's going to be at 5, I think it's 16 a.m. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see that. It'll be quite bright in the sky at that stage here where I am. But it's a total eclipse. Whether you see it or not, whether it's visible in the sky or not, you're going to feel this one. It's a very challenging full moon that's coming up. So right now, what we need to do is get prepared and to use this time. It's a huge extra manifesting abilities between the two of these eclipses, and whatever your intentions that you have set, and if you haven't set them yet, it's not too late. We're still in the growth phase. We're only halfway there. So we still have the ability to get involved in that beautiful big energy, because it will have a lasting effect for up to 6 months in the future. So if doubts are coming up, if you have made the intentions, and if doubts are coming up about whether you can, and maybe the intentions that you set, you not really sure, do you really want to make those intentions, or maybe the wish that you've seen is kind of feeling that you've doubt, or you lacking commitment, or you're not really taking the steps, or if fear around it is coming up, this is the time to get really, really clear on what you want. When you tune into your big wish, when you think of that thing that you really, really want, it should make the hair stand on your end. It should make you feel sort of absolutely so excited that you are drawn towards it. So that every day when you read it, if you have, definitely suggest that you write it out. When you read it, that you should just feel lit up about it. I've gone further. I've made a video on what my wish is going to look like, and I've taken some stills and I've put them together, and I've added music, so that every time I watch that video, which takes about 2 minutes of my day, it lights me up. I love to watch it in the morning. I'll watch it again in the evening. It's really allowing me to focus on it. However, if you're looking at it and it doesn't make you feel like that, if you're kind of feeling, yeah, or if you're feeling really doubtful about whether you're going to be able to do it, make sure that you're really, really clear. It might be that it needs tweaking. It might be that if it's not exciting you, you need to make it so exciting, so that to bring you towards it. And um, If you're not lit up by it, it's okay to let it go. Don't waste time trying to manifest something that you're not really committed to or that you're not really excited about. Sometimes our ego gets in the way and we think that we need or we must focus on this because for some reason, whether it's small ego, something that you feel compelled to do, or whether it is just something that you feel that you should have, if it doesn't light you up, if it doesn't have a big meaning, it's time to let it go and to look for something else. And if that's the case, also listen to the meditation again because something else will come up. And it's that meditation is good to listen to all the way up to the full moon because it'll really get you clear about what it is that you want. I'm going to do another meditation for the full moon on the 15th, 16th, so that it'll be about releasing, because every time we have a full moon, we have that things that are coming up now, energies that we don't want. Well, then we need to release that. And there's a powerful time of releasing at a full moon. And in fact, that full moon is another very hard angle when the sun is opposite the moon. It really can bring up tension. It can bring up stuff. It can, be quite frightening maybe at times, or it might be a triggering. You might feel a lot of tension, anxiety, or you might feel a lot of anger, depending on what's going on around you. Well, this is a really powerful time to just go in, surrender, and let go of all that shit because you do not want it. You do not need it. So I'm just going to check here if I've said everything. Yes, very important to tweak it. Sometimes when you're writing it out and you've written it out in the beginning, and you see the way you want it, you're not really clear on all the details. And as you're looking at it or going further with it, as you're viewing it, as you're rewriting it, really good idea to rewrite it out every day or to doodle on it, to draw a picture of it. You might get even more ideas and you might want to make it even more colorful and vibrant and exciting. And then you're keeping your focus towards it. Visualize it, visualize the feelings of having it, visualize what it's going to mean to you and to people around you, and allow that sort of feeling, hold on to the emotions, because it's the emotions that actually attract us to our goal more than the sight of it. Sometimes we think that we really need to see it very clearly, and it's good if you can, but to build the emotion that the end result will bring in the now without actually having that um, manifested. When you feel the end result feeling, you're in alignment with it. And it's that state that we want to create so that you are constantly then getting maybe ideas because you're in alignment with it and you're feeling those feelings. Then the universe is going to be sending you synchronicities and bright ideas, and those are the things that we need to take action on. So between now and the next, there's another phase that which I'll talk about on Friday, but between now and then, just keep committed to it, keep your focus on it. It's now is the time where the energy can really build up, and so use that energy. Very powerful. I'm going to read a few cards in a moment. I just want to tell you two other things. Tomorrow, Mercury is going retrograde in Gemini, which is its own sign. So they're very much around communication. Mercury is about communication, and Gemini is also connections, communications with people, your loved ones, your friends, your family. If you're in business, you're either people who work for you or the people that you work for. If you're not, or the people who you're serving, just be really, really careful of your communications. Every retrograde, when that planet seems to be moving backwards in the sky, it gives us a sense of looking back over something. It's an opportunity to go within and see what needs to be let go of. And it's also an opportunity to get really, really clear on the way you communicate. The big thing I would suggest is be very careful before you have a conversation that might be delicate. Get really clear, maybe even imagine it in your own mind before you have that conversation. If you're sending out emails, really be careful about how you express yourself. Really be careful to read them back and make sure it's exactly what you do want to say, because miscommunications is very common in a Mercury retrograde, but especially so this one because it's retrograde in its own planet of Gemini. Um, Also, tomorrow, May 10th, Jupiter enters Aries. So Jupiter is that big, beautiful planet that sort of lights up everything and makes everything bigger. Very abundant, very positive, but it is in its first sign. So it has a 12-year orbit, so it's moving into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and it likes being in there. It's a good sign for it to be in, and so Aries, because it's the first sign, great time for new beginnings. So this is a really great time to focus and put your attention on new beginnings. Where do you want to go? What is it that you want to manifest? Where do you want to be drawn towards and see? So it amplifies all of that. I'm just going to, with the intention of I'm going to pick that card out. I'm having the intention now to read cards for the moment. What do we need to see right now? What can help us move forward, or what do we maybe need to do? Great card that has just moved out, and I think this one as well. I'm going to choose 3 of these. Oh, and I have a bunch that has fallen out. So I'm just going to douse on these to make sure I've got. Yes. Yes. Nope. Yes. So I've got now 5 cards. So the first card is you can do it, which is great for right now. You can do it. Call on any help, any guides, any angels. I love my favorite angels, Archangel Michael, and this is an Archangel Michael card. Archangel Michael has that beautiful big energy of protection and has this bright light sword, almost like a laser beam. And you can call on Archangel Michael to help you release anywhere that's holding you back now. Release and get rid of anything that's blocking you, fears, doubts, worry about where we're moving towards, that big wish that you have. But it's really just telling you that you can do it. You have the ability to do this. You're enough on all levels. Don't stop now. Keep moving forward, and use the energy of this time. The next card is Come Out of the Closet, which has basically, there's something that you need to be really honest with, maybe, or somewhere that you need to speak up and say something that you've been holding back from. Now, I will say, if you are going to come out and say something big, if you have something that you need to share, it may be that you just need to be more visible, but more visible online if you've got a business, or be more yourself, be more authentic you. Stop holding back and maybe hiding behind sort of a facade. Allow people to see the real you, the true you, because you're majestic at your core level. So get in touch with that part of you and really speak up for that part of you. I'm not getting anything else right now from that. And next card is Yes, which actually came out last Friday, I think, in my reading. Yes, yes, you can. Imagine now that you're thinking about your big dream, and this is yes, 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 yes. You can do it. You can have it. Say yes to yourself, and the universe will say yes. When you have that big yes feeling, you're moving towards it. It's light. It feels bright. Um, and also, don't hold back on asking for something big. Ganesh has 4 arms in this, 4 hands, arms in this picture, and it's just tells us that we tend to ask for less because we maybe feel unworthy, or it's too big, it's too much. This is the law of receiving. being open to receiving. You're enough on all quarters to be able to do your big thing. And the next card is balance. Now, balancing career and home life. Where are you overdoing? Where are you overgiving? Um, where are you, and you'll know which one that you're, are you overdoing, or are you not doing enough? Just to bring balance in it. Home life, is your adventure, your fun, your time with your family. Your career, your work. Are you overdoing? You'll know yourself, but balance is really important right now. um, that's all I'm getting from that one. And the last card is lovely. It's abundance, prosperity. And the universe is pouring it out. There is no limit to the supply. It's all there. There is an ultimate supply. So just be aware that it's pouring out. Where are you not receiving? So there's two cards here actually, which are, showing us that we need to be open to receiving. It's all there, and it's the blocks are always in our own mind. When we feel worthy, when we feel enough, when we feel we're good enough, that it's possible, all of those things, that's when you'll start to see the flow. And abundance, of course, can be in any area of your life, in any of the areas. It may not just be financial abundance. It can be abundance of love, abundance of health, abundance of wisdom, abundance of friends, whatever area that you feel that you're lacking in. Trust that there is an abundance of that. So I won't keep you. I don't want to make these videos too long. Do listen back to, I'll post the link to the last video below in the description. So, which is the intention setting video that you might want to go back over, and then just stay focused on it. Mind yourself. Love you all. And if you're listening to this on Facebook, maybe hop over to YouTube as well. Glenys Trinder, it's just my name on YouTube, and you will find all the videos there. But press the subscribe button so that you will get notified, and that there's a little bell button. Subscribe and the bell, and you will get notified when I make others, because there's another one coming up. There's another good transit coming up, actually probably Thursday, so I will make another video for that. And I want to build up my presence on YouTube, so I will be moving more towards that. Love you all. Have a great week, and keep in touch. Bye for now.